Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Samantha. This reading is going to be for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This is going to be for December 16th to the 31st. I'm going to do this every 2 weeks or so. We can just kind of get I like how with zodiac readings, it's like when you check in with that particular zodiac every couple weeks or so, it's like you're getting to know the people that come to your channel to watch those videos that are those signs. I don't know, it's really interesting to me, so that's why I've been wanting to do this for a while. So I'm finally doing it. I'm finally getting the motivation after we've all been going through craziness. So yeah. So how this is gonna go is I channel some messages and I wrote them down. I kind of channeled almost like a letter, I guess you could say. Um, and then we will dive into your tarot and oracle. And how I'm going to do this is I'm just going to kind of go with what spirit wants to touch on. So it's going to be, I'm going to ask, what do you want to focus on, spirit? What do the people watching this video need? I set intention that anybody who watches my videos, that the messages are for the healing purposes, and that the messages come through for the ones who need to hear it the most. So if something does not resonate, or if some messages do, some messages don't, just take what does. I'm sure you hear that all the time with every tarot video you watch, but I like to make that clear because it's can be confusing if you aren't familiar with tarot as much as maybe others, and you're new to watching tarot. So I like to just make that clear that if a message resonates and then another doesn't, it doesn't mean the whole message isn't for you, or that message that did resonate isn't for you, and then you should just throw out the whole thing. That's not the case. So let's dive in. So for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, what I picked up for you channeling wise is feathers. So you might be seeing feathers, or feathers might hold a significance to you. And after I heard and saw feathers, I heard the number sequence 444, which 444 for me is a message from the angels saying we're with you, we're reminding you we're with you, we're at work, we hear you, you know. So, and also feathers are a sign from the other side. We hear a lot of the time, and I definitely have had experience with feathers myself, and finding them in certain times that have validated things for me. So if that resonates, great. If it doesn't, then just maybe start looking out for that. Start paying attention to feathers and the number 444. You might be starting to see that number sequence going forward, and just know that it's a message from your angels letting you know that you are not alone. So here is your channeled letter. There is hope. You may be working through some heavy energy currently. This is confirmation that this is for your highest good. Face your fears, which for most of you are within you, not outside of you. You can't run for much longer. So that's not meant to be scary. It's kind of saying you aren't going to be able to bury what you are trying to bury for much longer. You are going to have to face it one day. So if it's coming up now, just face it now. You might as well just face it now, is what they're saying. If you face it now, then you will feel light. You will be light because you won't be overcome by fear. So let's dive into your tarot and see what comes in for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Spirit, what do you have? What do you want to focus on for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? Okay. So right away, got the Queen of Pentacles, Two of Swords, Seven of Wands, and the Sun. So, Queen of Pentacles is somebody who is very stable, earthy. She's very elegant, very not slow, but very patient, is what you could say. The Two of Swords is about making a decision. It could also be about not knowing which way to go. It could be feeling blinded, so much so that you are holding off on making a decision because you feel like you can't. The Seven of Wands is about standing up for your place, standing up for yourself, and for what you believe in, despite what others think, despite how dark it feels to face your fears. Maybe this is saying to fight. Like, don't back down. Don't stay stuck. Like, you have purpose, and that's why you have to fight these fears. That's why you have to fight your darkness. And you have, and when I say fight, I mean embrace. And not saying like act on it. I'm saying when you embrace your darkness, when you embrace that side of yourself, your shadow self, your qualities of yourself and that you fear. When you embrace that side of yourself and accept it and be like, I mean, it's there. I'm going to love on it. I'm not going to run from it. I'm not going to be scared of it, because what you fear grows. And will call you and call you. And so it's like, I feel like you just need to kind of give in, and just not give in, but like be like, all right, I'm ready. Like, I want to know what I need to do in order to overcome this darkness that I feel, if that makes sense. And I'm hearing something about prayer. Spirit wants you to pray, wants you to use your voice. The sun here is here at the end of this spread to let you know that you will come out on the other side and things are going to get better. The sun is like the sun shining after a storm. It's like the happy ending. And that's what you are, walking into. Like it, and as long as you face your fears and your darkness, as long as you take a step, you choose a sword, you choose a path, you can't, you have to get out of the stuck energy. It's like, I'm almost getting like, with the Queen of Pentacles, you want to be financially stable. You want to be in a place of like abundance and being able to be graceful and regal, and you just don't feel that right now. You feel like you are fighting a battle, and it's like, but you keep telling yourself that you're fine. You're like, I'm good. Like, I don't need to face this. I don't need, I feel like you're almost denying yourself the right to go to this place, to go into the darkness so that you can come to the light. You're denying yourself this. I think you're just deep down scared. I think you're scared of going to this place. But it's going to keep calling to you until you go there, and until you actually face it, and until you start praying and asking for assistance, and stop trying to do it on your own. Because the more you keep trying to do it on your own, the more you're going to suffer. I'm going to pull some of these color oracle for you guys. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, what do they need to hear? What do you want to focus on, Spirit? Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. I'm also paying attention to the moon on the Two of Swords. So I don't know if the moon is significant for you. Melon pink, compassion. The number 9. The number 9 is about completion. It's about ending a cycle, ending a pattern. So you're being asked to have compassion for yourself, to have compassion for, the darkness you have, and not to become it, but to have compassion for it, to again love on it, not hate it, not turn the other way, running from it, to actually face it and try and understand it, is what they're saying. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. It's like you've been going through a dark night of the soul. Cafe. Create a sacred space. Yeah. I feel like you need to add more ritual into your life, like more spiritual, like a spiritual practice for yourself of connecting with spirit. You know, and connecting with your own divinity, your own spiritual self. You may feel like you're in touch with your spiritual self, but you are not completely, you know, you and your embodiment of what you can be of your spirit until you embrace all sides of it. And until you can have compassion for yourself. Memory, also at the bottom here. Yeah, I feel like something is haunting you. Something is haunting you, but it's like through the darkness, even though you can't see the light, it's there. It never leaves you because the light is within you. You are not complete darkness. You are not, you know, there is a light in you. And you have to go through this darkness to enable you to be the light. To have good intentions, to come from a place of you know, pure-heartedness, not to come from a place of being unhealed. In a place of trauma, a place of being haunted. If you are trying to go out in the world and make a difference and, you know, live in purpose, you have to go to these dark places. This isn't something that you just, you know, that's easy. This isn't something that just happens. It's not, you're not just floating. You have to go through some dark shit to actually come out on top and to actually, you know, be able to share your light with people, because spirit is not going to put you in a position to share your light with people if you are unhealed and if you are not clear. Like if you are not having the best intentions, the best motives, which you might not even recognize that you have these ulterior motives. You might not even be paying attention to that. But spirit is getting you clear so that you can be, you know, helping people from your heart and not from anywhere else, is basically what I'm getting. And I'm feeling very, like, just very straightforward with you guys. And whoever, I don't know if this is going to resonate with everybody, but whoever this is resonating for, this is not to put you down. It's almost like an empowerment. Like, spirit is trying to empower you to realize that you have the strength to overcome this darkness and this stuck energy. If that makes sense, like you have the power to do this. Honey, sweeten your approach. Yeah. Sweeten your approach. Yeah, like, I just feel like you need to be more compassionate. You need to get more in touch with your feminine self of being emotional, being vulnerable, being open about what you're dealing with. I'm also getting that maybe you might need some help. Like, you might need to get in touch with a healer or somebody you feel could help you, a therapist, a counselor, whatever works for you. Or somebody close to you that you respect and that you know you will not be judged by, you know you can go to. There's somebody you need to talk, you need to get some outside help. But number one is prayer and getting in touch with spirit, getting in touch with the divine, whatever you believe in, because that's where your power comes from. That's where your purpose comes from. That's where everything, love comes from. And that's where healing comes from, ultimately. Like, physical healers that are people, we get our power and our healing abilities from source. We don't have it. It is not something that we possess on our own. And that's what we have to understand. we are spiritual beings. We are an energy that is just boxed in by our physical shell. Without this shell, we are a part of the collective universal love. We are a part of source. There is no separation. So, I think you need to get back in touch with that part of yourself. You might have lost track of that. You might have kind of lost your way. But you were meant to. That's what spirit really wants to get across to you. It's like you were meant to, so that you can actually heal and you can actually face the things that are holding you back, that you didn't even maybe know that were holding you back. I'm getting that the moon here, I'm staring at that because the next full moon, which is the 29th of December, is going to be a big date for you. I feel like it's a really, I think once that full moon comes around, I think that you should do a releasing ceremony, releasing whatever comes up for you up until then, when it comes to facing these dark aspects of yourself and embracing them and having compassion toward them. And as they come, start writing them down so that when the full moon comes, you can kind of write down what you are ready to let go of, what you are ready to release, and then burn it, and that's it. I feel like it'll be the end of that cycle for you, and you'll start feeling like you're on the right path. You'll start feeling like you are more in touch with spirit and with yourself. So I hope that resonates with whoever is meant to resonate with, Aquarius. So I hope everybody enjoys the rest of their day, and I will see you next time. Bye.